Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome. Welcome to Lawsplaining the Interwebs. I am your host, Nick Rekieta of Rekieta Law. Barely on time. Barely on time. but I did it. I did it. I'll pay for it later in the show when we switch and start talking about Alex Jones, and I don't have any of the documents ready or pulled up on stream, so you'll have to bear with me. I'll try and slowly ease my way into that so that it's not as obvious that I'm trying desperately to get things loaded up into this whatchamacallit, Streamlabs. But that being said, we have some things to talk about today. I don't know if we're going to go the full 3 hours. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I was just sitting there today. Oh, I'm trying to get this tea open. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I'm trying to get that tea open. I'm sitting there today and I'm like, man, I did 2 4-hour streams past 2 days. Had company at my house. Obviously, Drexel was at my house for 2 days. And his family was over. That was great. And but it's very tiring. Very tiring when you have guests, of course. And then doing 2 4-hour streams that go late into the night. And then like, you guys have to know, Drexel and I finished talking on stream. We've obviously keep talking off stream. We've been friends for a very, very long time and have had very, very long conversations for a very long time. So by the time you go to sleep, it's like, early. It's early. It's no longer late. We've transcended into early. So I was thinking about not doing a show tonight, just taking the day off, but then something had to happen, right? Something had to just happen, or it appears that something happened. I've got to tell you some things about this, okay? I've got to tell you some things about this. So what may have happened is the Sabat Prince of All Saiyans tour may have been canceled. Maybe. Don't know. Can't confirm it yet. Kinda waiting for an official announcement from Kamehacon, but it kinda looks like it got canceled. We'll take a look at it in just a second. Sevik says, on time and heterosexual. Yes! We've done it! We've finally done it! Whew. Been waiting for it. Mithran Emrys says, I'm Nick Rekieta of Rekieta Law. Lies! I have it on good authority from the esteemed firm of Twit and that you got your law degree from a box of Cracker Jacks and don't really practice. Well, I mean, who practices? Who practices? All game day performance. You just go in and wing it. There is no practice of law. There's only the perfection of it. So we're going to talk about the Sabat thing in just a second, but I received a wonderful a wonderful package in the mail, and I wanted to share it with you guys. I actually received 2 wonderful packages. The first one was the anime collector sent me these headphones. He mentioned on the 24-hour stream that he had these, that he got them by accident and offered to send them to me. So far, they're great. Whoa. Apparently, my live stream isn't muted. There we go. Fixed. All right. So he did send these. Thank you very much to the anime collector. These are great. Very comfy. They cancel a lot of noise. They're not quite as giant as my other headphones. I mean, they're not as bad. But they are, I mean, they're wonderful. So I really like them so far. They're doing great. So I got those. And then I got these from a friend named Carrie. And he gave me, well, I mean, he gave me a bunch of Warhammer stuff from when he was over in England. So I want to, or over in the UK. I guess he didn't say England specifically. But he gave me this, which is a Conquest. I think it's a rule book for the for these guys. Warhammer Conquest. Some Ultramarines here. And then we've got some other little minis in here. Some dice. So very cool sort of starter sets that he sent to me. I'm really appreciative of those. Oh, and also he sent me this this Legends edition of the First Heretic, which is issue number 1. Very, very cool. The only downside of this is I now know that the Legends collection exists, and it's like 70 something books, and that sounds very expensive to collect. So thank you, Carrie. I really appreciate those. Definitely would love to try my hand at painting some more models. Well, I got to finish the other ones I was working on. I need to get some more paints, but thank you. Really, really do appreciate that. And the book is a double-edged sword, and I appreciate that as well. So anyway, so we're going to talk Sabat. We're going to talk Sabat. The sabotage of Sabat, right? Let me find the tweet. Let's just find the tweet. I'll pull it up on stream. We'll have a peek at it. We'll have a peek at the account that first tweeted it out. Give me just a minute here. Because the first question, right? Kamea Khan hasn't said anything. Sabat hasn't said anything. We're 48 hours, roughly. No, I mean 50-something hours, I guess, from Kamea Khan starting on Friday. Oh, less. We're less than 48 hours from when this is supposed to take place, and no one knows about it. I mean, that's suspect, right? That is suspicious, because why haven't they said anything? And that's gonna maybe come in a little bit later too. Let's see, where is it? I'm trying to find it. Here. Where did it go? Oh my goodness. Here is the initial tweet. Pull this up. Come on. Come on. Do the locomotion or whatever. Let's see. I think if I go here. Here we go. Perfect. So here's the initial tweet from a one James Campbell. Go. This is Kamea Khan, voice of Vegeta. That's Sabat. So you can see his weird face there. This is so upsetting. 2 days before the con, come on. This is what I was looking forward to the most. For me, this was a once-in-a-life opportunity. I wish I could get a complete refund for everything so I didn't have to go. That's bad feedback for Kamea Khan and bad feedback for Voice of Vegeta. Ring Wraither says, hey Nick, love your channel and what you're doing. Do you think Vic's case will set a precedent for future cases of this kind or just be swept under the rug? Oh, I'm telling you, the repercussions of this case, the case that hasn't even been filed yet, are already being felt. It's already changing the way that this stuff works. Not just in anime. Not just in anime. The changes from this, I don't know that they'll be as, like, I don't think you're going to have a court case where they're like, well, in the case of Manana versus Real or whatever, blah, 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 blah. I don't think we're going to have that kind of precedent. But I think the whole situation, the social media stuff, the YouTube stuff, from accusations all the way to the completion of the court case, will be something that will have severe ripples throughout this industry and other small community industries like anime, RPGs, tabletop gaming, all of that stuff. Things are going to change. So I guess yes. All right, back to this tweet. So then here's the thing. It says, "Hey Katie, your order has been Hey Katie! Exclamation point. Your order has been refunded. Hello, unfortunately, Christopher Sabat will no longer be able to host his tour this year due to a closed recording session scheduled for Friday the 12th. At the time of sending this, we have already processed the refunds for the purchase made by each attendee. Please give this 1 to 5 business day to process and notify us if you do not receive a notification of this reversal ASAP. Thanks, Silverfire Support." Now, what's interesting is if you don't receive a notification of the reversal, I don't know how you would notify them that you didn't receive one. But ignoring that little piece of inconsistency, this is not a good look, right? This is not a good look for Kamehacon. This is not a good look for Chris Sabat. Let's break this down. One, who's this guy? Who is this? Who is this? James Campbell at Alt Serious Comic. We're going to look at his profile in just a second. But I don't know. Let's think about this, though. Okay. So, if they've already processed the refunds, my guess is they started processing the refunds 2 to 3 days ago. Right? Because depending on what they mean by already processed. But if they mean that when you look in your bank account, you should see the money in there. You should see the money in there. If that's the case, then they probably started doing this 2 to 3 days ago, because that's how much ACH and debit refunds tend to take, just a couple business days. So maybe they started it on Monday and sent out notifications today. Don't know. But let's give them the benefit of the doubt here. Let's say Monday, as kind of the last time they could have known this was going to happen. Why didn't they announce it Monday? Why did they announce it? They still haven't announced it, right? They're just refunding $550 tickets that were very specialized and completely sold out. They're refunding them now, 48 hours ahead of time. Okay. When did the closed studio recording get scheduled? Like, I can't imagine. I'm apologizing for the bad radio here, guys. I'm dumbfounded. I'm dumbfounded. When did they know that this wasn't going to happen? When did Sabat know that this wasn't going to happen? Because Sabat's the one who owns the studio. Did he schedule something? Like, we've got two options here, right? Sabat either knew. Maybe there's three options. Sabat either knew that there would be a scheduled recording at worst weeks ago, but he knew that this was the day for Kamehacon. It's been this way for months, right? So why schedule a recording on Friday? We had to have known, but I can't imagine that they scheduled a recording for Friday on Monday when they're processing the refunds. They do it last week, the week before, the week before. This thing was on, right? It was on. Something changed. Something changed with Kamehacon. And that's that Vic came back. Prior to Vic coming back, we've got nothing on this. I mentioned maybe that Sabat, according to my sources, was one of the people leveraging pressure on Kamea-Khan? I don't know. I don't know if this is what that pressure was. I have no idea. All I know is that this is obscenely damaging to Kamea-Khan. Because, I mean, Sabat's trying to weasel his way out by having a recording. And so I guess people will be like, well, how could this happen? They're still going, you know, they've got tickets to Kamea-Khan. They've got hotels booked, whatever it may be. Like, this is the Dragon Ball convention, and this is the tour of the Dragon Ball studio. So either he knew that they had this recording session scheduled in advance and knew that it was going to be a conflict, or I guess the alternative is that they scheduled a recording session knowing that it would interfere with Kamea-Khan. One of those two things has to be true, right? Like, I can't imagine that Sabat is running a business that does major voice acting, major recording for Funimation through contract, not as a direct owned subsidiary, but through contract with Funimation. They do major recording sessions. I mean, Kamea-Khan's been planned for a long time, and this tour's been out for a long time. But there's some weird things going on here. Hold on. Dunscap Doorman says, I just noticed that Rial is saying that she may have a special appearance at her signing. What would be the case if that was Sabat? Don't know. I know that it would be a breach of contract unless they negotiated it out with Kamea-Khan. Don't know. Blaine 20 says Mr. Jason Douglas has pulled out as well. Well, there you go. Again, this is showing what these people think about the fans, right? Who's important to them? Fans or their own personal drama? Is Jason Douglas in danger? Is he in danger? Like Monica Rial's in danger? They're all in danger, right? Next, we've got Mithrin Emrys says, I'm a tiny bit suspicious of this since 1, more people haven't tweeted about this. We're going to get to that. And 2, Kamea-Khan hasn't said anything about this yet. Sounds like a test to see if you, Tug, Flash, etc. actually have sources. Could be, right? Could be. So here we go. Who's this guy? James Campbell. James Campbell, account since 2012. So not like a new sock puppet account. Not many followers, not many following. That doesn't mean anything. I mean, I know that's a common like attack. Oh, account with 4 followers. Oh, who are you, you Russian bot or whatever. This is someone who doesn't use a ton of Twitter, and that's fine. You know, various things. Here we go. This person was mad on March 24th. Thanks, Kamea-Khan, for creating a place where not everybody is going to feel comfortable. Now I will be spending as much time or money at the con I will be, since I will have to travel someplace else to see realisms. Now, of course, it's Kamea-Khan's fault that Monica Rial is not honoring her contract and is setting up shop an hour away. That's Kamea-Khan's fault. 100%, right? But, you know, that's this guy's impression. That's fine. That's how you do. That's how you do. I'm guessing this is James right here. Right? There you go. Now, thanks, Kamea-Khan. Now we have lost 2 of the finest people I've ever met, Jason Douglas and Realisms. This is this tweet, and then I don't know. I think he replied. Yeah, this was a... Oh, because he tagged Kamehacon first, it doesn't show up on his timeline, but here's that. So, purchased tickets for he and his wife, April 9th. That's the Chris Rager and Josh Martin. Anyway, so this guy, I mean, he seems to be on the Kick Vic side. He seems to be supporting these people. The account's been around a while. I don't know. Maybe it's fake. Maybe it's fake. Obviously, we don't have confirmation. Obviously, we don't have confirmation. As always, don't bother this guy. Leave him alone. He's just a guy who's pissed off that the show isn't going the way he wants. He has every right to be mad that this tickets aren't going through, right? Right? So let this guy be mad. I don't want any untoward impressions or anything like that. This just happens to be the first thing I've seen about it on Twitter. Here's the rub. Here's the rub. I'm gonna bring this down. I'm gonna go back to Hangouts. I heard about this. All right, I heard rumblings about this. Rumblings, birds in my ear. And I was asked to not disclose this information. I could not verify the information, so I did not bring it to you. Okay? I told you guys, I don't like to go with one source on anything. I try to have 2 or 3 solid sources. But I can tell you, I heard about this tour being canceled over a week ago. But again, without confirmation, I'm not going to bring you that information. So, and yes, of course, if necessary, I could back up the timeline, because I'm sure someone's going to say, oh, now he says he knew, or whatever. It doesn't, I don't care. I can back up everything I say. I've got it all saved, but it doesn't matter, because I'm just going to tell you that I had one source on this information that's over a week old. Couldn't act on it with just one source. I have to be extra careful, right? I have to, because my job is about being credible and truthful. And so I'm sorry to have withheld that information, but I can't run with one tenuous source. I either have like the best possible source, or I've got 2, or I've got 3, or whatever it takes to back up this information. All right. What tipped me off to this at first was a very simple thing that happened. And this might be that third avenue that is a possibility. I don't know why this has happened. I don't know why this has happened, but late March, something changed on Kamehacon's website, and the Prince of All Saiyans tour changed to the Okratron Studio Tour. Subtle change, and the picture of Vegeta was replaced with a picture of a microphone. That was troubling. Very concerning, right? Why on earth did we suddenly go from the Prince of All Saiyans tour to the Okratron Studio Tour? What's happening? What's happening there? So, I reached out to my sources, could only get the one tenuous bit of information that it looks like the tour wasn't going to happen. Now, as to why, I don't know. Speculate on a couple things, I'm happy to do so. But you guys have to understand that everything I'm going to tell you right now is purely hypothetical. It is pure speculation. I am not reporting news. So please do not run out there and say this is what happened. Please do not like try and quote me, and to those people who doubt me here, I'm being very candid. This is purely speculation based on a couple different things, and I'll tell you my reasonings for each one on why I think why this might have happened. Okay? Scenario one. My sources initially said Monica, Sabat, Toye. I think that's what I said in that angry video I did about Kamehacon, right? Monica, Sabat, Toye being involved in removing Vic Mignogna. And I mean initially, and then him being brought back, and then removed, and then brought back, and then removed, and then brought back. Because that part, see, there's a really smart little Muppet out on Twitter who is talking about how I've been disproven in all of this, because that Muppet with all the behind the scenes information is presenting that Kamehacon just apparently, out of the goodness of their heart, decided to re-invite Vic Mignogna and have him back on. And it was just a smooth thing that happened. That he wasn't there, and then apparently I made a video that didn't have any effect or something like that, and then he was there, and that's just what happened. But that's not what happened behind the scenes. I told you, and I will stick by this story, and my sources on it are really good. And the sad thing is, I think Shane knows what I'm saying is true. He's just being a little beta. But I mean, what else is he gonna do, right? What else is he gonna do? Vic was removed. He was after the video, or not. I don't think it was even after the video. It was not after the video. Things were going on behind the scenes to get him back. He was then we've got just an absolute hissy fit thrown out by Sabat, Rial, and Toye. That's what my sources say. That hissy fit is manifests in pressure, and he's removed again, brought back again, removed again. Basically, the con's going back and forth, getting pressure from one side, getting pleas from the other side, and then eventually, boom, they bring him back, and it's done deal. Now, of course, I made all this up, right? This is me just lying, apparently, according to some people out there. Fine. I don't care what they think. Because, again, I can back all this up with very, very good sourcing. But doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Vic's back. Rial folds. Rial folds. Exactly as she said and threatened she would, according to my source. If Vic comes back, I'm gone. Rial folds. Apparently that's a coincidence too. Definitely had nothing to do with Kamehacon. You know what? And no one put any pressure on Kamehacon. Certainly nobody influenced any of their decisions. They just decided, right, with no pressure, to have someone breach a contract and then renegotiate some sort of alternative signing in direct contravention of their contract. That was all pure coincidence, just happenstance. Okay, we'll run with that story. Either way, my source said Kamehacon was pressured not just by Rial, but there were also threats from Sabat. So here's the first scenario. I'm sorry this is roundabout. This is just a weird thing, right? It's a very weird thing to try and walk through because it's playing out in real time. And that's amazing. That's amazing. Sabat's pressure might have been, I'll cancel that tour. Tour's a big moneymaker. $550 tickets. Sabat and Kamehacon are going to get a big cut of that. I mean, just think. I mean, this isn't going to sound like a lot in terms of the overall event. Because let's say Kamehacon's probably a multi-$100,000 revenue event. Maybe pushing $1 million. I don't know. I don't know that number. But let's say it's a mid, $400,000 to $600,000 event in overall revenue for the con. Now, it's not going to sound like a lot, but imagine every 10 tickets, if they get $200 out of that $550 ticket, and they might be getting, maybe they're getting $250, I don't know. That's $2,000, $2,500. So 10 tickets is close to 0.5% of the total revenue on the highest end of 600,000. On the low end, 400,000. 10 tickets is you know, that's 0.5% for sure. At $200, and I don't know their cut, but if it's $200, it's 0.5%. If it's $250, it's more. They sell 20 tickets. They sell 100 tickets. Suddenly we're ticking up into big numbers, right? That's a lot of revenue. So I don't know, but that's a big thing to pull out of it. That's money away from Kamehacon. It's also money away from Sabat. But if he's willing to do that, then he's willing to do that. I don't know, but that's the scenario. Scenario one is Sabat said, I'm going to pull my tour, right? Scenario two, similar. Who's Zan Flimflam? I don't care. Scenario two is similar to scenario one, but let's say instead of threatening Kamehacon directly, let's say Sabat says to Rial, oh yeah, I'm with you. I support you. If you're going to walk, I'm going to walk. Because they never planned for Vic to be brought back, right? Their screaming and screeching was supposed to work. Now, let's say that Vic gets brought back, which he did. Monica pulls out, and Sabat says, wait a minute. This wasn't supposed to happen this way. I can't not go because he's going to make tens of thousands of dollars for his appearance, right? That's going to happen. But maybe he can sacrifice the tour. I don't know what his cut is, right? We don't know what his cut is for the tour. We don't know if it's a flat contract rate. We don't know if it's a split. We don't know. Without that knowledge, I have to take in hypotheticals. So maybe the tour wasn't super profitable, but sitting at the table is going to be very, very profitable for Sabat. So he says, yeah, I'll back you up, Monica. Sure. They're not going to bring Vic back. They bring Vic back. Now he's stuck between a rock and a hard place. He can't pull out of the convention, but maybe that tour can get canceled. That tour gets canceled. You know, he eats a little bit of revenue loss. He still backs up Monica in his own way, but he still shows up at the convention. He gets to walk all the lines, right? Hurt the con, hurt the fans, save face a little bit, save face with Monica. I don't know. Guys, we tend to not ban people in the chat. You can deal with them the way you want to deal with them. That's how we go. Here's the third option. What if Japan was really not happy with how this is going? What if Toei canceled the tour? What if these voice actors made enough stink to piss off Toei? That'd be interesting. That'd be very, very interesting. Huh. I hope we find out. Because I'm telling you, if I were Funimation, right? If I were Funimation and I'm watching this thing going, okay, we know we're on the chopping block with a lawsuit. We know these voice actors are all abject idiots and they're on chopping blocks with the lawsuit. but we can ride out this storm. And they look, and let's say Toei cuts that studio tour. And I'll tell you why I think that might be. Because I told you my sources on the inside were saying Real, Sabat, Toei, right? That was the commotion. So that's why I draw the inference that Sabat is the instigator. You know, it's his studio. So the whole, like, scheduling a thing. Yeah, that could be Sabat. It absolutely could. But if it's Toei Animation that pulls the plug on the tour, and the clue to that is preliminary removal of Toei IP, right? Prince of All Saiyans tour. Prince of All Saiyans. Picture of Vegeta. Both of those get removed. It gets renamed to the Okratron Studio Tour, replaced with a microphone. That might indicate some sort of flex by Toei. Hey, look. Tour's canceled, or we push for copyright infringement. Unlicensed use of our images. See, people get confused. People get confused. In trademark, you have to enforce your trademark vehemently. You have to, like anybody using your trademark, you got to go after them and shut it down. You got to make attempts to shut it down, tangible attempts, letters, lawsuits if necessary. You can't let a trademark go, because that leads to genericism. Genericism is, or genericide, I should say. Genericide is where your product, your trade becomes generic. It becomes common use. Xerox, right? A Xerox machine is a copy machine. Whether Xerox or not makes it or not, it doesn't matter. Kleenex. Kleenex is tissue paper branded by Kleenex, but now you call all tissue papers Kleenex because their brand is so successful, it's become generic. If anybody and everybody is using trademarks, they have to be enforced all the time to maintain the trademark. Copyright is different. Very different. Very, very different. Copyright is selectively enforced. Licensed use of copyrighted material can be done with simple permission and refusal to enforce it. You don't even have to have like a contract. I always would recommend that if you have a major piece of IP that people are using, that you license it out professionally, because it's my job to recommend something like that. But people do it all the time. They just don't enforce the copyright because whatever. It adds exposure, or it's good branding. It's not worth it, whatever reason. Copyright doesn't work like trademark. So if Toei Animation said, this tour is not happening, or else we'll go after Kamea-Con, we'll go after the voice actors, we'll go after whoever for using our products without proper licensing. That would be devastating. And they would have to cancel that tour because they'll get destroyed. They'll get destroyed. So, all right. That's theory number 3. Again, these are pure speculation. I don't have any information on this at all. I don't have primary source. I don't have corroborating sources. These are just guesses that I have. But the story as presented makes no sense. Makes no sense. Why on earth, less than 48 hours before the tour, are you announcing that there's a closed recording session that day? That had to be planned prior to 48 hours before the tour, or it's an intentional act, or it's part of a deal with Toei or Funimation, I guess. I don't know. So, we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. maybe we'll get a clue during KamehaCon. KamehaCon starts on Friday. It'd be very interesting to see. I wish I could be there. I really do. It'd be very interesting to see what else happens between now and the end of KamehaCon. We might have some clues to some of this stuff. We might have some clues to some of this stuff come out. Let me say this. Without further details, I've heard some rumblings. But I don't know. I can't confirm it. I can't talk to you about it without that confirmation. But we'll see. So keep your eyes on KamehaCon. Keep your eyes on the events. Monica Rial has thrown out a winky face about maybe having special guests. Wink, 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 wink. That's how I imagine she winks. I don't know. That's how Toye winks, because he keeps doing it. Yeah. That she may have some special guests at the signing. Here's the deal, guys. There's no use raising like a big stink. Like, let's say Sabat goes and does the signing with Monica. Very well could happen. They could be doing stuff like that. Let's say that that some of the canceled voice actors who aren't announced at that signing happen to show up. Are they breaching their contracts? Yes. Is KamehaCon going to enforce them? Doesn't look like it. KamehaCon capitulated on all the other stuff. Why it's only reasonable for us to assume that KamehaCon is just trying to ride this out. They're just trying to ride this out. They're not really interested in having a big fight over it. Their fight is done. And we should probably respect that, right? Their fight happened with getting Vic back. And then after that, for whatever reason, they seem to just not really want to put up any more fights. And that's how it goes. That's how it goes. I'm personally glad they're honoring Vic's contract. I don't really care about what the idiots do. I really don't. I care why the tour was canceled, because I think that tour cancellation might lead us to some clues on some very interesting things. And I want to know what those are. But we'll see. We have to wait for that, unfortunately. Anime Lover, no, I'm not going to KamehaCon. I will be in Minnesota. I will not be down in Texas this weekend. The next time I'm down in Texas, well, I've got a personal trip on a different day, completely unrelated. But Anime Matsuri, I will be down for that. So, there we go. There we go. Can we sue them? Probably not. Probably not. They are issuing refunds to those tickets. I mean, maybe you could. Doing it within 48 hours is a dick move. No matter whoever did it, that's a dick move. But okay, let me answer some chats, and then I would like to move into the whatchamacallit, Alex Jones stuff. Holy cow. So the first thing I want to address is there was a chat that came in after the stream last night from Siren Jag, significantly later. And I want to read that one. That was a stream about doxing. It was a stream with Kiwi Farms, Josh of Kiwi Farms, and M Specs, the notorious doxer from Kiwi Farms. So his comment is, I'm sorry, but, quote, the info would be out there anyway, so it's fine if we collect and publish it, thus making it more prolific, far easier, and free to obtain from people who would hurt others with it is crap logic from the afforded bully pulpit. And I will, you know, I understand that perspective for sure. Let me say one thing. Let me say one thing to that is that I don't think anybody had to pay for any of the information that came out. Paying would get you that information much quicker than going to Kiwi Farms, for example. Like if you just went to a site like Spokio, or any other number of sites that pull credit histories and do stuff like that on people for a small fee, you can get all sorts of information about people straight from them for a fee. But the information that's out there, especially about the people who have been so far doxxed, if you want to call it that, is not paid information. It's all free. It's mostly government stuff, if you know where to look. So it does make it more accessible. That's a real true thing. But at the same time, like, are we using the same argument for doxing as we are for guns? Like, well, having more guns means more people are going to get shot. So having dox more readily accessible means people are going to get hurt at a higher rate. I don't know. I never buy that argument, because it puts the blame away from the person who did the act. The person who uses the gun to shoot someone is guilty of the shooting. The fact that the gun existed is not the cause of the shooting. So that's my perspective on it. But you are free to disagree with me, free to disagree with Kiwi Farms, who I think has a little bit more liberal perspective than I do even. I do not condone or advocate doxing, but I really don't think it's the big deal that people make it out to be. So there's that. And before people say, what if someone doxes you? I fully expect that will happen at some point in the future. It's a matter of time, and I've had to make peace with that. People have already tried, right? They've already tried to dox various aspects of my life long before this drama started, and they'll do it again and again and again. So had private photos stolen and blasted all over the web, right? You guys know that. I've had my kids' pictures stolen and blasted all over various forums, and people have tried to put photos of my business and stuff up, and it's the way it goes, right? We're online. So no one should feel threatened. No one should feel harassed. That's a different step. But I can tell you, the Kiwi Farms doxes don't include any threats. So just remember that the people who were whining about it also immediately lied about it. That said, Speedo Josh says, what is the desired super chat amount to get you to update the iTunes feed in a semi-timely manner? It's not. I will be updating some of those tonight. I uploaded 4 of them just the other day. I'm going to add more tonight, tomorrow. I'm trying to get caught up. I do apologize. Next, Lord Chippy Dip. Lord Chippy Dip says, on time and heterosexual. What a champ. Love you, Nick. Thanks, buddy. Ryan Smith says, getting ready for work right now. Ugh, watch it later. Oh, sorry, man. Manny says, thank you for the night streams. Keep it up. My pleasure. It's the most convenient time for me to stream in some ways and the least in others. Yorgamundo7 says, marginally punctual, sound leveled, and hetero. Future Dad says, just found out I'm going to be a dad. It's a surprise, but my girlfriend and I are really happy about it. Any pregnancy or child rearing advice you can give? Tons. Absolute mountains of it, buddy. Tell you what, DM me somewhere and I'd be happy to talk to you about it. It's not really for like this type of stream, a Chad Dad stream for sure, but DM me. I'd be glad to talk to you about it. You're in for a wild ride, but a great one. Great one. What is this? Okay, so Kamea-Con. Let's pull this up. Chambers of My Heart sent this thing. It's Senpai is Home has tweeted it out. And this is a direct message from someone to Kamea-Con. Did Chris Sabat cancel his tour? I'm hearing he has. Kamea-Con responds, yes. Now, again, there's no details as to why that tour was canceled. But if it is confirmed, that's very interesting. That's very interesting. So we'll see. We'll see. Again, I don't know that we'll get the full story right now, but I could tell you where that story might come out. Might come out in Discovery. Maybe. We'll see, right? But, so if Kamehacon has confirmed that the tour is canceled, ooh. Hmm. Hmm. I mean, come on! Oh. Why? Why do they do it? Why do they do it? Remember, guys. Just remember. Made all this up. Making all of it up. Just happened to be really lucky, I guess. Not... Definitely don't trust me as a source. I hate to put it that way. Like, I hate to do that. But I do, and I mostly let it roll off, but I do get tired of the abject morons out there saying that I am making this up or don't know what I'm talking about. Like, the level of risk I would be at for making these things up is monumental. Monumental. Notice I haven't been served papers yet. And the things I'm saying are clearly defamatory if false. So, just don't know how else to say it. The dumbest defendants on the planet. I figured this had to be a troll. It had to be. Had to be some sort of gay op, right? It had to be something to, but no. No. PG and Deku. Taking a hit on the stream quality to keep Discord and you up at the same time. Unrelated question. Do you have any 5 1/4 inch floppies? No. Not right now. Jason Stroud. Did I get that thing you sent me courtesy of the chair abuser? Did you send it to me on Twitter? Hold on. Hold on. Oh. Jason, did you send that to me on Twitter? I don't know. I don't know, buddy. I don't know. Oh, I can't, you did. I need to, I don't know your Twitter handle. I don't know if you want to dox yourself, my man. My DMs are an absolute disaster. So it's hard for me to say. Hard for me to say. I'm looking right now. This stream is getting, the stream is already completely unprofessional. Oh my my gosh, why? Let's see. Okay. I don't know. Jason, I don't know what your Twitter handle is. I mean, if you sent it to me, there's... Oh, here. Okay, I found you. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I saw these tweets from Shane. Let's see. I don't know, man. I gotta look at them. I'm not gonna... I can't just sit and, like, stare at this on stream. It makes for the worst video radio production I can imagine. It's already... Like, I honestly don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know how these people... Let's take a step back for a second. Okay. Run through the timeline of events. Nick makes angry video, doesn't name Kamehacon or anybody else. Right? Talking clearly about Kamehacon. Nick makes angry video talking specifically about Kamehacon and naming names. All this stuff happens. I call out a couple people. All they had to do. Think about this. All they had to do was just show up. Imagine the damage they could have done to my credibility if they just showed up. All they had to do was go to the con. Go make money in public in front of everybody. All they had to do. And then everybody would have said, wait, I thought you said they threatened to pull out. And I mean, a lot of people would still believe me because I've been reliable so far. But all they had to do was just show up. It's the easiest job in the world. Just literally do what you were going to do. And instead, they're lobbing softballs right into my glove by not showing up. And they're giving evidence to Ty of tortious interference by not showing up. What on earth? What on earth are they thinking? I mean, they keep saying they have lawyers. They keep saying it, but they can't possibly mean it. Are they talking to them? Are they talking to these lawyers? You know what? You know what? I blame them. Blame them for this. It's their fault. It's their fault I'm a bad person. Oh, whatever. All right, it's a double now. Because that's all that was left. Maybe a triple. Tonight's about to get interesting, I guess. For me. Maybe for you. All they had to do was show up. Okay. Okay, let me hit some more of these chats. They broke me. Did you guys see that episode of South Park? See that episode of South Park where they went in to take school pictures and they got Kenny to get inside his parka upside down and backwards and walk on his hands so that his butt was where his face was supposed to be? You guys have seen this episode, right? And then Cartman takes the picture and reports Kenny as a lost boy. And then the two parents with the butt faces come and they visit Cartman looking for more information about it. And Cartman he pulls his funny muscle or whatever, and he can't laugh. He can't laugh anymore. I don't even know what to say. Like, what on earth were these people? What? They're doing everything the worst way that they can. And whoever just said you don't gulp down whiskey, maybe you don't gulp down whiskey, buddy. Dubler says they hate the guy pretending to like the fans are their job more than they hate a fake internet lawyer. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna reboot. I'm gonna reboot my NPC programming. We're gonna read some of these chats. We're gonna hit that Alex Jones versus Pepe case because I can't take it. And then we'll probably circle back. We'll probably circle back to this. I didn't think this stream was gonna be 3 hours, but now it might be more. Who knows? Who knows? I kind of want to get through the stream because I'd like to play some Twitch or something too. But now, who knows? Cassius Williamson says, all this social nonsense could only happen now. Unfathomably illogical people are too numerous. Okay, so was it Ayn Rand? Ayn Rand says you should act radically in your self-interest. Like, be a radical for your own self-interest. These people are acting radically opposed to their own self-interest. It's insane. It's insane. They're constantly the worst decisions that they could make. They're just like, oh yeah, I'll have 2 of those, please. Dear God. All right. Automata says, on time? What is this wizardry? Sevic, oh wait, I read that one. Bagel Goose says, it's funny being the only one using masks, but they haven't worked in months, which is sad. And I don't know why, man. I don't know why they're turned on. Like, verify it now. They're enabled. They're set. I'm not using Hangouts. They should all be there. Turn those on. Oh, no, not that. That's different. They're supposed to work. I know. Bagel Goose. Bagel Goose? If you trust me on this, I've just changed the setting that may make them work. But I would not ask you to try it. But for next time, I hope it works. Okay. I've done what I can to make them work. Metalhead Martyr says, Attorney General William Barr said he thinks that there was spying on the Trump campaign. Thoughts? Oh, absolutely. 100%. We've already seen that there was some level of spying going on at some level involving Trump Tower. They're definitely spying on the campaign. And this is going to be a thing going forward. Of course. They have set this as the rule. The rule is now you can spy on your political opponents because maybe they're talking to a foreign power. And if they are maybe talking to a foreign power, of course you better spy on them, make sure what they're saying isn't treasonous. It would be a shame if your opponent was a treasonous whoreson, right? Andrew War Snowboard says, we're talking about practice. Alan Iverson. Mr. Gunn says, just got a bottle of Johnny Walker Blue. First time buying an expensive bottle of whiskey. What are your thoughts on Blue Label, and is there a better whiskey I can buy with that kind of money? I'm not going to ever besmirch someone's whiskey choice, but yes, there is a better kind of whiskey that you could buy with that kind of money, in my opinion. But the Johnny Blue is a good one. There's a White and Mackay. If you like the blended, Johnny Blue's a blended Scotch, I believe. A White and Mackay 30 years comparable price. That's another blended Scotch. I prefer it a little bit to the Johnny Walker, but really, you don't need to spend $230 to get a bottle of whiskey that's comparable to a Johnny Blue. You can get a Glenlivet Nadura, one of these bad boys. These are about 95 to 100, depending on your taxes. This is a better whiskey than Johnny Blue, in my opinion. Or you could get yourself like a Lagavulin 12 year. There's some other $120, $200 bottles that are a little better. Comparably priced, the Dalmore Cigar Malt. Magnificent. Magnificent. But enjoy your bottle of Johnny Blue. It's not my preferred whiskey, but it is. I mean, this is a $200 whiskey, buddy. You're doing fine. Doing fine. Dorby says they are worried about the credibility of their other threats. If they show up, then all the other cons know they can invite Vic back. Thanks for covering how massively ill-advised following through on their threats is. That's a miscalculation on their part. You're absolutely correct that they had to suddenly nut up, right? They had to suddenly nut up and say, whoa, we threatened this. We better do it. But that's ill-advised. A proper war game would have been to handle everything behind the scenes, which they tried to do, but they still had to follow through on their stupid threats. Handle everything behind the scenes and still show up. Still show up for the con. That would have been the real move. But these aren't business people. They're not strategists. I don't know how else to say it. They're not strategists. They're not lawyers. They're not being advised properly by lawyers. They may have lawyers that they've said, look, we're about to be sued. And they said, okay, let me know when you are. There's that lawyer. And then there's your lawyer as counselor or advisor who you go to and you say, look, here's the situation I'm in. I need help now. I cannot imagine a lawyer to advise them to follow through on these threats. Terrible, terrible choice. I think they're all just, they're all drowning and flapping their arms around. And for some of them, that involves a little waddle down there. You know who you are. They're flapping their arms around, trying desperately to stay above water. And they don't know what they're doing. Tucker says, when this started, Kick Vic must have thought they would be Germany attacking France, steamrolling Vic in a brutal blitzkrieg, and quickly moving on to attack others. Instead, this has turned into Vietnam / Barbarossa for them. Yeah, I think that's a good analogy. Here's the thing, guys. And I give the credit to you. I think I talked about this on the stream. I don't know if I did or not, because so much has been said. I have to give the credit to you guys. Their plan was to stick Vic, because it's not a kick, it's a knife. Not a kick, it's a knife. Thank you, Bagel Goose, for that. Thank you. It's not a kick, it's a knife, right? Stab him, leave him to bleed out and die in the gutter, and then they have an actual document to move down and move on to the next target and the next target and the next target. And they got stopped at the first one. At the first one. This was never in their plan. This is never how it was supposed to go. And it's because simply there has been a massive amount of people, and that's y'all out there, willing to say, now hold on a minute. Now hold on a minute. We can't have this. We need evidence. We got to question these claims. This is someone's career going down the tubes. That's y'all. That's y'all. And you guys have done that. And I mean, not only Vic, but every other voice actor on that list owes you whatever chance they have at keeping their career. Because this was supposed to be a well-oiled machine of just murder and dump. Right? Like a Drexel weekend. Pump and dump. But it didn't work out. You guys stopped it. And now we're going to try and reverse it. And now's you came out swinging, you swung, and it went whoop, dodge, wait for that, overhand right, coming back. You never want to get hit by that overhand right on the counter. All right. Sorry. Oshi says, all hail Nick Rekieta, the ever-chosen, blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne. Enigma 1788 says, Sabat's VAs are at the con/comic shop, and there isn't any realistic way a good director would let a scheduling mishap occur. Lying or incompetent? I'm gonna go with lying for 100, Alex. Or we don't have the full story. Latimace says, mud for the mud frog. Ristercrap says, it sucks. I can only watch live at lunch. Got to get back to work. Keep up the good work, Nick. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for watching live when you can. I really appreciate that. Nazo13 says, Nick, this is not a good look. You say that as if it was looking good up until this point. Well, I mean, it wasn't looking good up until this point, but this is a worse look. This is them making, this is not me or another YouTuber leaking something shady that they did. This is them putting it out in public. That's them unzipping and flapping in the breeze. Joseph Aldred says, 2 days to con. What a butt. Amanda Plummer is going to Anime Boston next weekend. Funimation employees will be having panels. Should I go to them in case anything gets mentioned? If you do, I'm never going to tell you what you should or shouldn't do. If you go to them, be respectful, be polite, don't make a fuss. None of these cons need this drama brought to the con. That's not where it belongs. Don't bother these people in public. Don't mess with them while they're working. Don't make scenes at cons. That's the opposite of what Vic would want. That's the opposite of what this entire side should want to see. We want to see good conventions, good turnout. We don't want to see people causing trouble, causing a ruckus. Okay. Oh, I missed Matoko Kusanagi says, did they just try to scam/fraud? I don't think so. I mean, they're returning the money. I don't think Kamehacon wants this. This makes Kamehacon look really bad. Like, let's be honest. This makes Kamehacon look really bad. I mean, it's being mitigated by the fact that it's Sabat doing the canceling, apparently, or that it's coming from somewhere else because there's some scheduled recording or some other BS excuse. But like, let's be real. This is a bad look for Kamehacon. There's nothing they can do about that. Next, O2 No 2 says, or no, O212 says, have you done something with your hair, Nick? No homo. No. I probably need a shower. And there's, you know, leftover product in it. Jacob McQuaid says, could Sabat be liable to the people who paid for tickets, transportation, etc., and reliance that he would be there, or do the refunds bar recovery? They probably bar recovery, in all honesty. It's unfortunate, but they probably bar recovery. Finfrog says, Chris Sadbot did an oopsie. Yeah, looks like it. KO Clover says, hi, Nick. Just want to let you know Real's event is only 30 minutes away, not 1 hour. It's 24 miles and on a Saturday afternoon, no rush hour traffic, ergo no delays. KO Clover, have you driven through Dallas much on Saturdays? And I mean, if you have, that's perfectly fine. I've driven through Dallas plenty of times on Saturdays, and it doesn't matter what day of the week it is. In my opinion, there's very much a possibility that you're going to get a rush hour style traffic incident, be it due to construction or whatever, on a Saturday afternoon. That to me has never stopped Dallas. A light drizzle will put that thing at an hour. So it may be 30 minutes. I know it's 24 miles. I wouldn't trust a 34-minute or a 30-minute jaunt. And if you're calling an Uber, you got a wait time on either side. I don't know. Yes, current resident, it takes 30 minutes. I believe you. I believe you. My experience in Dallas has been very different. I try and drive around it as much as possible. But if that route takes 30 minutes, I believe you. So I will try and correct it to 30 minutes from now on. But we'll see. All right. Oron1 says, Nick, you're basically a real-life virus. I hope that's a good thing. I don't know what that means. Sakaki Onzai, 3 sources equals gold standard. You have this, the other side does not. This is why Shane is always wrong and why he keeps spurging. Hashtag sources are beneficial. Shane is also wrong because Shane is stupid. Karite Sumitai says, better budget buy Glenfiddich 12-year or Glenlivet 12. I'd go with Glenlivet 12, personally. I like the Glenlivet 12 over the... Yeah, that's what I got over the Glenfiddich. Chris Nemo says, shout out to my favorite flexibility. Raised by Wolves. Okay. Favorite flexibility. I don't know if there's some sort of secret code there. We've got Ichicinco Negroni at Toei Animation has left the Funimation chat. We'll see what happens. Let's see. Lord Chippy Dip says, Nick, the chat is being bombarded with rape real to get it taken down. Watch, dude, it's sabotage. You know, I hope people would not talk that way, but you know, we'll see. We'll see. I have moderators in there that I trust. There's another one I need to add now that I'm thinking about it. What is it? Where are you? Where are you, Andrew? Oh my goodness. Andrew, if you comment something, I'll mod you, buddy. But please, you know, respect the way I typically do things. And I'll warn you guys now, my lights keep flickering. And I don't know if that means we've got a blizzard here, so it's very possible I lose power. I just wanted to warn you ahead of time that is apparently a possibility. So just so you know, there you go, Andrew. Oh my gosh. There we go. Add moderator. Thanks, buddy. Guys, I've known Andrew for a very long time. So that's why I don't like having a lot of moderators. I don't like a lot of people modding. So I'm not going to sit and mod everybody. But I'm going to just add him for now. But anyway, because I think he understands how I would moderate the chat as well. Anyway, there we go. Eduardo Ramirez says, big ups to my boy Dave for marrying his maid. Good job, Dave. Red Ring of Death says, Nick make wrenches. You have soy bots in chat. 0212 says, is that sweet tea you're pounding, Nick? Ooh, where's the gin? Insert sad face here. The gin's in the tub. The liquor, the whiskey is starting to hit. That perfect time where it's just, you can feel it. Okay. Couple more and then we'll move into Alex Jones until I get pissed off about this Sabat thing. Sakaki Onsai says, if Sabat goes, who cares? We got Japanese Vegeta. Stay tuned. Hopefully. Tucker says, hey Nick, thank you for fighting the good fight here. Any advice for someone who wants to live abroad but also wants to practice law? Hashtag Super Chat Cherry. Well, I mean, you'll have to get an LLM, buddy, which is a Masters of Laws. Those are typically how you practice law overseas. Yeah. I don't. I mean, you can live abroad and practice law in a particular state. for sure. You just have to be admitted to the bar of that state, and that's fine. It might be hard to advertise unless you have a specific client who maybe has, you know, overseas operations, but then also is domiciled in a particular state. You could do that, certainly. But no, I don't have any advice on that. That's outside of my scope. No, Hex Fury, I'm not gonna kowtow to bot mods. No, I don't like that. Don't like that at all. Oh, but thank you, Tucker, for the super chat cherry breaking. Happy to have your money, Hyman. Andrew War Snowboard says mod status when? Well, like 2 minutes ago. Bob Newbie, Lord of the Noobs. Would KamehaCon owner and staff still have to testify? I mean, testify, I don't know, but they're certainly open to discovery requests. And they're certainly vulnerable to a subpoena. Blaine20 says, say hi to my dad. He wants to know if you might be interested in doing a gun rights / Second Amendment stream. Yeah, absolutely. Hi, Blaine20's dad. I would love to do a gun rights and Second Amendment stream. I think there's Guns Beer Freedom has been bugging me to do a full rundown of US v. Miller for months. I just haven't found the time. I would love to do it. I need some, I'd love to have some experts on it as well. I write gun trusts, but, you know, there are certainly people who are more better at it than me. And you know what? I bet I could get Stephen Gutowski from the Washington Free Beacon. He's their Second Amendment reporter. I bet I could get him on stream too. If you want to talk to me about making a good Second Amendment panel, I bet we could put together a really good show. John Smith says, have Augustus, Sol, and Victus on. I need to respond to that guy. I feel bad. I haven't responded to him in a long time. Fat Goat says, greetings from Prior Lake. Enjoying the wet snow we sent you. Yeah, no, sir. Not at all. Not at all. Prior Lake, I got buddies out there. Enjoy. I'll let you know next time I'm in town. I don't know how to contact you. I think the liquor might be kicking in. Crusader Saracen says, would it be worth it for a paralegal to also earn a CPA and notary certifications? I want to build my talent stack as best as possible for me and my friend's animation game studio. This on top of learning animation and programming, obviously. The more information you got, buddy, the more valuable you are to a company. But here's the most valuable thing I can tell you. No matter what level of education you get with CPA, paralegal, law degree, it doesn't matter. When you're out of your depth, bring in a pro who specializes in that spot. If you're a CPA and you can manage most of it, yes. When you come to a complex tax question, bring in a different firm, get your outside opinion. Don't hesitate to do that. It's very helpful at early stages in your business to mitigate costs. It is much more helpful later stages in your business to forego or eschew the mitigation of costs to bring in appropriate, objective outside counsel to make sure you're acting appropriately, because you'll get tunnel vision on what you guys are doing. So just want to put that out there. That's the most important thing you can take to mind in starting your own business and mitigating costs by eliminating some of the need for hiring an attorney or hiring you know, an accountant and stuff like that. Know your limitations. Always know your limitations. Rolana1 says, there's a rumor floating around that Toei is angry with Funimation. Is there a rumor about that? Do you know if there's any substance to that? Well, I don't know. Maybe it's possible that just manifested in a canceled Sabat tour. That's one of my 3 theories. I think I've heard several people say Toei is angry with Funimation, but I don't have any contacts with Toei yet. Toei, talk to me, baby. I'll whisper in that ear. I'll smell your hair. Whatever you need. Whatever you need. Toei. We'll cuddle. I'll treat you right, girl. The Fabled says, will KamehaCon be in touch with some counsel after this mess? You know what? I doubt it. All signs and indications are that Kamehakon has gone ahead and said, peace, we're out of this stuff. We want to get through the convention and then recharge. We don't want to deal with this stuff. Where they're letting Monica have her signing. That's why they're letting this stuff happen. That seems to be the... That seems to be it. Be it. Smell your hair. What? You got to smell the hair when you're the big spoon. The big spoon has to smell the hair, right? Isn't that a thing? Finally. This is the last one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 more, and then we're doing the other stuff. Talbot Link says, Nick, unforced error comes to mind as a motto. Talbot Link says, Nick performs the F you, I was right dance. Oh, speaking of which, Razorfist reached out, and I'm going to watch the Michael Jackson documentary and have him on a show. I think that will be great. Since starting a channel, I've wanted Razorfist on a show because he's a guy I've been watching for a while. So hopefully that'll happen soon. PK Rockin says, Nick, love your stream. Always great. I'm sending this super chat for a selfish reason, though. I need some good energy for my pup. Oh, no. She's super sick and needs all the good vibes in the world. Sending all the good vibes. And I don't know if you're a religious person, but I will personally pray for Pupper after the stream. And Matt Field says, do the puck you, I was right dance. No. I wouldn't want to take Razor's gig. That's his, man. He's got it. Super Saki VA says, hey Nick, just wanted to say that I plan to go into studying law next year. I never would have figured out what I wanted to do with my life had it not been for your report on the Vic situation with your lawsplaining. Well, thank you. If genuinely and legitimately, if there's any way I can help you, any advice I can give you during law school or to getting into law school, any of that stuff, do not hesitate to message me. I love to help people pursue that passion because so many lawyers will tell you not to do it. And I won't tell you that. I'll just tell you how to do it in the way that I think is right. But, all right. Let me get these Alex Jones. Get these Alex Jones documents. Listen here. We got a real problem. Have I told you about psychic vampires? Let me pull up these Alex Jones case documents. Very interesting stuff has come out. This is Alex Jones versus Matt Fury. Whoa. New stuff came out just today. Holy cats. I gotta check this real quick. Okay. Ooh. All right. Let me pull these down. It's gonna take just a second. I apologize. Very important stuff. Blah, blah, blah. Memorandum in support of motion. We'll pull this one up. 29 pages. Oh my God. Get over yourself, Matt Fury. Oh, if you want my unbiased opinion, Matt Fury is a giant cuck and a vagina. There you go. Matt Fury motion memo. Pull that up in just a second. Matt Fury is the creator of Don't Do This to You. Don't do what to you? Matt Fury is the creator of Pepe. He has sued Alex Jones because Alex Jones included a picture of Pepe in his poster, his like MAGA poster. included an image of Pepe the Frog. Alex. Okay. Got both of these. Included an image of Pepe the Frog, and then Pepe's owner decided to go ahead and file a copyright infringement. Oh my God. What a disaster. So what has happened just two days ago, well, 3 days ago now, is that Matt Fury tip the fedora and say McCuck. McCuck. Matt Fury has filed a motion for partial summary judgment, and Alex Jones has filed a motion for complete summary judgment. I'm not going to go through, these are 30 pages each. Going through all of them will take a massive amount of time. I'm going to try and just give you the summaries, and I'll maybe do a video individually, like cutting down into the key components of what's going on. But don't worry, Caleb Cooney, you didn't miss the beatdown of Sabat. It's coming back, baby, because I've got liquor this time. Speaking of, I think we can put this out. Will this trigger someone on Twitter? Will this bother someone on Twitter for me to drink the remainder of this whiskey? Because I have a feeling they're going to have a hernia about it. So here we go. You got to be a pro to swish that Glenlivet 12. These boring people. He drank alcohol on a stream. Oh my God, these boring people. We will be getting back to Chris Sabat. I think after I get done with Alex Jones here, that I might have enough of the whiskey juice on the neurons to go ahead and just lay into that pile of garbage. Oh God, I hate these people so much. All right, Matt Fury. Oh wait, we got to bring it up. You guys can't even see this. Here we go. Let's bring this down just a notch. So this is Matt Fury's 30-page memo in support of partial summary judgment. That wasn't Kermit's voice. This is Kermit the Frog here. We're reporting on Matt Fury versus Alex Jones in regards to another popular frog character, Pepe. Anyway, I won't do that. I'm sorry. It's the liquor. The liquor is making me do dumb things. Introduction. Defendants InfoWars Inc. and Free Speech Systems LLC, collectively InfoWars, have repeatedly, willfully, and intentionally infringed plaintiff Matt Fury's copyrights in the image and character of Pepe the Frog. One poster, you lying sacks of garbage. One poster. Specifically by selling various versions of what the parties refer to as the MAGA poster. Mr. Fury seeks summary judgment on several of InfoWars' baseless defenses to his infringement claims. Okay. I'm seeing stuff like do voice acting in the chat. No joke. I would love to do voice acting. However, Brony, Captain Brony, or whatever his name was, the guy who was like, "Oh, Vic grabbed my friend's tits." And then, oh, maybe he didn't actually, though, so I'm going to delete everything because what I said was basically defamation, like a dummy. This guy he's a registered paralegal. Anyway, if you notice, in the bio, the person who had no idea what was going on with Vic's case, but really loved my work, right? That guy in the bio, aspiring voice actor. Now, I mean, far be it from me to try and guess the motives of someone out there virtue signaling very hard on the poor plight of various people, all brutally raped by Vic Mignogna. Far be it from me to figure out an aspiring voice actor's motivation for now coming out with a story saying that there have been police reports filed. Far be it from me to ascribe motivation to such a stalwart individual. However, it's a little freaking suspicious, isn't it? Isn't it just a tiny bit suspicious that an aspiring voice actor would come and grab onto Monica Rial's dick and be like, oh, yeah, actually, I saw my friends assaulted by Vic Mignogna when he totally grabbed her breast in public in front of everybody and then did it again. You lying sack of shit. Come on. The reason I bring this up is there's now another giant exceptional individual on Twitter by the name of like Alex Justice or something like that, running his very intelligent little mouth. And when you check the bio, oh, he's angry at the guy who made the Fear the Beard patches. By the way, let me put on my Fear the Beard patch, even though you guys can't see it. Right there on the shirt. He's mad at that guy for making money off of victims. Oh, the victims. You shouldn't be exploiting victims for financial gain. Literally the news is sitting there profiting off of victims. Everybody's profiting off of victims. The difference in this case is there isn't a victim. There's not a single victim with a shred of credibility, you lying piece of trash. None of them can produce any evidence of their victimhood. Oh my God, Monica Rial, you went to Vic's room, apparently, and he kissed you? Oh, dear heavens. Like, You liar. You lying cunny. We all know it's obvious because you had a normal human interaction and then later you saw an opportunity like a scheming piece of garbage that you are and you decided to stab your friend in the back. We all know. But anyway, this little I'm gonna calm down. Person on Twitter. Little person on Twitter. You shouldn't be profiting off of Fear the Beard patches. You're profiting off of victims. You should do something else with that money. Yeah, okay, communist. We all know you should be telling other people what to do with their money off of their labor. Yeah, great. Here's the thing. Eat a Minecraft. Whatever that means. Go Minecraft yourself. Find the biggest cliff. My kids introduced me to chasms in Minecraft, which are quick access to very rare materials because they dig straight down to the core, right? Go find a chasm in Minecraft and happily leap into it as hard as you can. You disgusting liar. Because when you check your bio, it's always voice actor. You copyright infringing piece of garbage. The only reason you have any viewers on YouTube is because you stole comic books and did voiceovers. That's illegal. I hope they find out that you did it. Pardon me. Pardon me. I think I need to calm down. Mm. That's a single. I'm sorry, I get tired of these people. I get tired. I'm a fatigued man. I'm a fatigued man. Okay. All right. Where were we? Where were we? I think we were in the that was all the way through that first paragraph. All the way through that first paragraph. Whew. I'm just reading the summary. I'm not even going to get into the main claims because it'll take too long. Certainly not of this document. I may go into Alex Jones's claims a little bit because they're funnier. All right. Mr. Fury, an artist, created Pepe the Frog in early 2000s. Pepe was a, quote, peaceful frog dude that lived with animal roommates. Oh, so it's like a voice actor. And appeared in the comic book series Playtime and Boys Club. As early as 2008, Pepe began appearing on the internet as a popular meme. But in late 2015, to Mr. Fury's dismay, white nationalists and members of the alt-right began co-opting Pepe by mixing images of Pepe with images of hate, including white supremacist language and symbols and Nazi insignia. Now notice, did Alex Jones do that? No. Following the 2016 election, InfoWars, which operates both a store and a far-right conspiracy theory and fake news website, sought to capitalize. Notice the offense of capitalism on Pepe's popularity with its audience. InfoWars began selling the MAGA posters on its website in April 2017, and its owner, Alex Jones, promoted MAGA posters on The Alex Jones Show. To date, InfoWars has generated more than 30,000, which is an embarrassingly small amount of revenue in comparison to Alex Jones's actual revenue. In revenue from sales of various versions of MAGA posters. All MAGA posters feature a prominent, but unauthorized, image of Pepe the Frog. The artist who created the original poster admitted that he copied Mr. Fury's work, and there is no doubt that the image in the MAGA posters is a copy of Pepe. Mr. Fury's Pepe the Frog. Pepe the Frog in the MAGA poster. Who would at all deny that that's Pepe? Who would deny that that's Pepe? In the face of this clear evidence of infringement, InfoWars has asserted a myriad of baseless affirmative defenses. But after 7 months of fact discovery, there is no evidence to support InfoWars' first, third, fourth, seventh, and eighth affirmative defenses. Now, how embarrassing is that? That means there's evidence to support at least the second, fifth, sixth affirmative defenses. This is an embarrassing motion for summary judgment. But, you know, okay, maybe I should explain summary judgment. Do you guys know what summary judgment is? All right. Let me explain this in layman's terms. Summary judgment is a motion that you put forth. It's a pre-trial motion Sometimes it's pre-discovery, sometimes it's post-discovery, doesn't really matter. It is a dispositive motion, which means that any issues resolved on summary judgment are dispositive. They are thrown out of the case. They are resolved. No matter what else happens in the case, these motions are, or these cause of action, these affirmative defenses, these issues raised on summary judgment are dealt with. Now, this goes back to the primary purpose, the only purpose of a trial. A trial, whether in front of a judge or a jury, is not to determine guilt or innocence, is not to determine the law. It is to determine specifically facts, the facts of the case. The judge or the jury become the fact finder. The law is always clear. The law, make no mistake, the law is clear. If you infringe upon a copyright, then the law is clear. The compensation needs to be given to the copyright owner such that they could have monetized it and you took that away from them in this particular capacity. So, once you infringe upon a copyright holder's right, you have taken away an avenue for income and now you need to provide them with the income that you took. That's it. That's the law. The judge or the jury is not there to determine whether or not you owe them money. You owe them money dependent on the facts. So their job is to determine the underlying facts. Did they infringe copyright based on the best evidence we can gather? So that's why we have an adversarial system that puts together evidence. So the evidence, both sides will present their evidence and they'll make their arguments as to why this fact is more likely than a separate fact. And that's what discovery does. So every point that you get agreement in discovery on a material fact, that's a very important thing. So what they're saying in this is that the first, third, fourth, seventh, and eighth affirmative defenses, there are no genuine issues of material fact to be resolved. The court is unnecessary. We don't need a judge. We don't need a jury because we agree on these issues and that agreement leads to this fact conclusion and therefore this legal remedy. For them, they're saying the legal remedy would be to throw out the affirmative defense. Okay? I hope you're following me on this because I may have had liquor and I may think that you're following me and it's hard to read the chat. That said, summary judgment is the motion you make when you say there is no dispute, so the court is unnecessary. We agree on the facts. Now, apply the law in this way because it agrees with our facts. Both sides are going to make a motion or they'll oppose the motion, say there is a genuine issue of material fact. That's how you oppose a summary judgment motion. You don't say, I oppose a summary judgment motion, but I want a different conclusion of law, but we agree on the facts. That's not how that works. You file your own summary judgment motion, and then the judge weighs them separately. That's inside. That's getting too deep. Opposing a summary judgment motion says, no, we actually disagree on this important fact related to this thing. They're saying that on these affirmative defenses, the facts are in agreement and a court is not needed to determine whether or not my facts or your facts are better. Because through discovery, we have agreed on these things irrefutably. Now, I will say that Alex Jones agrees that the first, third, fourth, seventh, and eighth affirmative defenses, there is no genuine issue of material fact. They agree on that. And I know that only because they filed their own motion for summary judgment on all issues. So because of that, they say, we don't disagree at all. That's their premise. There's no important disagreement. What is a material fact? A material fact is a fact that is material to the law application in this case. So, just a moment. I have to stop swimming. This is Night Swimming by REM happening in my brain. All right. A fact material to the issue at hand. Now, if you're talking about copyright infringement, the only relevant facts are who owns the copyright, right? Who owns that property interest in the copyright? Have you given a license to that copyright to someone else? Have you abandoned that copyright to someone else? Those are the basically, and has someone else used that copyright? Those are the material facts. If you can resolve those issues, you basically can figure out who has the right to publish this image. So maybe Matt Fury owns the copyright or owned it at some point, and then he abandoned it. If he abandoned it, then no one owns it, and anybody can come in and use the property. So he doesn't have a copyright in it anymore. That's a relevant fact. Whether or not Matt Fury is a pedophile is irrelevant to the copyright ownership. Now, that's not asserted in here. Whether or not Alex Jones is a conspiracy theorist and fake news purveyor is literally irrelevant to the fact of who owns Pepe the Frog and who has a right to use him, right? That's irrelevant. Alex Jones could be the craziest or sanest man on the planet. It doesn't matter. Who has the right to use Pepe is what matters. So those facts are all that matters. We saw that they said that InfoWars is a purveyor of fake news. That's irrelevant to the claim of copyright. Okay? I hope that I am communicating this effectively, but I make no promises, warranties, or assertions. Jinn for the Jinn God. All right. So, when you have no disagreement on those material facts, you can file a motion for summary judgment. And that means if you win that motion, you win on that issue. This is a motion for partial summary judgment only on the 1st, 3rd, 4th, 7th, and 8th affirmative defenses. Because Matt Fury is suing Alex Jones and he wants to recover. Alex Jones has asserted, I believe, 8 affirmative defenses. And so they're trying to resolve these, and now only the 2nd, 5th, and 6th affirmative defenses will apply and need to be resolved by a jury. Okay. So implied, here are their affirmative defenses. Implied license. InfoWars baselessly asserts that Mr. Fury and InfoWars entered into an implied license agreement, but neither party assented to such a license. In fact, Mr. Fury and InfoWars never even communicated with each other prior to this lawsuit. Well, no. If they both assented to the license agreement, it would be an explicit license, you idiot. An implied license is one that is unstated. And that's because Matt Fury famously said in an interview, I don't care who uses Pepe the Frog. Go ahead and use him. That was dumb, you idiot. So Matt Fury had said, and this is the defense that Alex Jones raised. They did not baselessly assert it. They asserted it based on the proclamation of Matt Fury that he was not interested in protecting the copyright, that other people could use it. Now, is that enough to go with? I don't know. That's up to the court to decide. However, saying that it's baselessly asserted or that they would have had to explicitly enter into an implied agreement is stupid. Okay? Next, abandonment. InfoWars baselessly, again, going off the same statement of the creator, Matt Fury. I don't care. Anybody can use Pepe. I just want to spread love. Baselessly asserts that Matt Fury intentionally surrendered his copyrights. When you say anyone can use your copyright, then anyone can use your copyright. But Mr. Fury has never abandoned his rights in Pepe. Rather, he has expressly and repeatedly asserted his rights through public statements, licensing, and enforcement activity. No, he hasn't. Not at all. He tried to kill Pepe. This son of a bitch tried to kill Pepe the Frog to assert his ownership of him in the hopes that killing him would make the white nationalists go away. Ugh. Gross. Gross. Lack of copyright. InfoWars baselessly asserts that Matt Fury copied Pepe the Frog from an Argentine children's cartoon character purportedly known as El Sapo Pepe. But the uncontradicted evidence is that Matt Fury had never even heard of, much less saw or copied, El Sapo when he created Pepe the Frog. Come on, Matt. Come on. Surely you saw an obscure Argentinian children's cartoon. That one is probably true, for being honest. Invalid certificate of registration. InfoWars baselessly, it's not baselessly, asserts that Mr. Fury's copyright is invalid because he did not create Pepe in the blue shirt. This is false. The uncontradicted evidence is that Matt Fury did in fact create Pepe in the blue shirt. And then de minimis use. InfoWars baselessly argues that its use of Pepe in the MAGA poster was de minimis. De minimis means it's so inconsequential that it is basically the impact is minimal to Pepe's copyright. But the MAGA posters intentionally include a copy of Pepe that is recognizable as Pepe. That doesn't defeat de minimis use, you idiot. That Mr. Jones recognizes Pepe and that poster purchasers recognizes Pepe. No, the problem is you have like 19 other people that have bought the poster. What you needed to produce to overcome de minimis is so simple. All you had to do to overcome a de minimis use is find one guy to say, I bought this poster because of Pepe and no one else. But you couldn't, could you, you lying sack of trash? Guys, I've been doing some self-reflection in the past 30 seconds. And realized that I don't like Matt Fury. I don't like Matt Fury at all. Matt Fury had several opportunities to take control of his IP, and instead he gave it to the public because he's a communist pile of trash. And suddenly, when the commies' propaganda is being used for capitalist purposes, what happens? Every single time. Suddenly, the little commie redskins, wait, redskins? That's native. That's not what I mean. The little commie red shirts suddenly become consummate capitalists every time a better capitalist comes along and monetizes their product. Suddenly they really cared. They didn't care at all before. But suddenly Alex Jones comes along and look, we're going to put that Pepe on the poster. 1776 is coming again. We're going to do all that. Miss Meadow Kitty says, cry ree and let loose the frogs of war. Love you, Nikki. Wreck 'em up. Wreck 'em up. But suddenly, every communist becomes the best capitalist in the world when you try to use them and their images for capitalist purposes. Suddenly, they want to go ahead and jump all over something that they vehemently oppose. I guarantee you, Matt Fury hates the copyright system in the United States. I guarantee you that whiny little cuck is like, well, it's not fair that someone else gets to own property for 75 years. I guarantee you he hates it. And yet, here he is. Because Alex Jones did it. All right, next, let's go to Alex Jones' summary. Now, remember, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 7th, and 8th. Right? No, 1st, 3rd, 4th, 7th, and 8th affirmative defenses are on motion for summary judgment from Pepe. Alex Jones has put it on the table, with the proverbial BBC from the Randazza legal group. And if you're not aware, Mark Randazza, a guy who is a very big target for getting on my show, because this guy is a free speech advocate on the front lines. I want to get Mark Randazza on the show at some point. Mark, if you see this, I'm drunk and I'm coming for you, buddy. No, anyway, Mark is a huge free speech guy. He's a free speech attorney, and he has laid it out on the table with no regrets. He is saying he is supporting the defendant's motion for summary judgment on all counts. He didn't say, oh, we have agreement on these, but not on these. No, he's going for all of it. Good job. Good job. Come on, Mark. Way too long of a table of contents. Listen to this. Listen to this. This is a beautiful story. I'm gonna read it in a more sympathetic voice. Because I'm biased. I want Alex Jones to win this case. I want Matt Fury to feels bad, man. I want him to sit in the bathroom crying with his head in the urinal. Matt Fury, you suck. Everybody took your garbage tier creation and made it into something better. And you couldn't do it because you're a beta. You're hanging out with Shane. You're raping chairs left and right. You're eating shoes like a giant pile of trash. And there's nothing left for you. Go away. Go away from public life. You don't deserve it. The internet made Pepe. You didn't. You didn't. You could have and you didn't because you're a giant cuck. Get out. Get out of my internet, Fury. So I'm very sympathetic to Alex Jones in this case, and I don't particularly care about Alex Jones. But in this case, I want him to win. I want him to win. All right. This is a case about an artist who dedicated one of his works to the public. After seeing it become an internet meme, years later, he decided that the public's use of the meme conflicted with his personal politics. Accordingly, he embarked on a campaign to censor any uses, no matter how fair, that appeared at odds with his politics. The court should grant summary judgment in defendant's favor. Attaboy! Look at that intro. One paragraph. Like, compare. Look at this. Look at this introduction. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 paragraphs with bullet points. With bullet points, you gamma male. Calling Vox Day. I need a gamma card to send to Matt Fury. Bullet points in the introduction. You suck. Who's your lawyer? Who's your lawyer? Nancy Schrader. Come on, Nancy. Retire in shame after that. You suck. 1 paragraph of manliness versus 5 paragraphs and bullet points of shame. Go away. No, but in all honesty, joking aside, what intro should be 5 paragraphs long? This intro is much better, objectively better. Objectively better. This is a case about an artist who dedicated... I can't stress this enough. I had one professor who did this to us all the time. What is the case about? Distill it into 1 sentence. 1 sentence. Why? Why 1 sentence? Why 1 sentence? Because the judge is going to latch on to 1 sentence. What is this case about from Matt Fury's perspective? Defendants have repeatedly, willfully, and intentionally infringed plaintiff Matt Fury's copyrights in the image and character of Pepe the Frog, specifically by blah, 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 blah. Matt Fury created this. Following the 2016 election, they did this. In the face of clear evidence of infringement, they did this. Matt Fury is entitled to partially summary judgment. Wait a minute. What's the case about? You're making the judge decide. Think about this. Think about this. Good writers do this. Bad writers don't. Randazza. Right there. This is a case about, hey, judge, let me give you the easiest path to thought. I know you've read 10 different cases today, judge. It's fine. Baby, it's fine. Listen, sweet judge, I know you be reading cases all day. All day, day. Judge, we need to make it easy on you. Easy on you, girl. I know what's under that robe. You don't have to hide from me, judge. We're going to get you to listen. But let me help you out. Let me make it smooth. Let me lubricate that mind for you, judge. Here's what this case is about. Better motion from the start. From the start. Just a second. Schooled says Nick Rekieta, patriarch of the chair attorney family, a subsidiary of the Tojo clan. But think about this. Like, you guys, I can't stress enough how important this is. If any of you are looking to get into law, you take notes from a guy like Randazza. Randazza is a famous First Amendment First Amendment attorney for a reason. For a reason. Listen to how he sweet talks this judge. This is a case about an artist. An artist. He recognizes and sympathizes immediately. Look, this guy's an artist. He dedicated one of his works to the public. That's a noble act. What better artist is there than the one who dedicates his work to the world for free use? No capitalist artist in this stream. No. Listen, he's an artist who dedicated one of his works to the public after seeing it become an internet meme. He saw what was happening. Internet meme was on course. He went ahead and gave it to the people. Brilliant. Years later, he had some regrets. He had regrets. He decided the public's use of the meme conflicted with his personal politics. We're all sympathetic to that. You may say that your song can be used by anyone, and then later it gets used by someone you don't like. Y'all understand. Y'all understand. Accordingly, this is the problem, right? He embarked on a campaign to censor. The language is loaded. It's perfect. Any use, no matter how fair. Fair use, Judge. Judge, this is fair use. Judge, do you realize this is fair use? How effing fair is this use? That appeared at odds with his politics. Why is he infringing on fair use? He doesn't like other people using it in a way he disagrees with in retrospect. The court should grant summary judgment in defendant's favor. Look at this. Look at the difference. Matt Fury is therefore entitled to partial summary judgment, resolving each of these affirmative defenses in his favor. He's entitled to it. Listen to it. I can't stress this enough. Judges are people and they read books. What book would you rather read? He's entitled to partial summary judgment. Look, someone says he needs this versus, Judge, the court should do this. Subtle. This is subtle. This is high-level legal writing. I can't stress this enough. This may ultimately not matter, right? This is a summary judgment motion. All the judge has to do is deny both motions. No summary judgment or partially grant parts of each motion. Doesn't matter. Listen to this. If you win this motion, you win the effing game. You win the whole game. How do you write it? Randazza. Look, good artist, created this thing, gave it away to the people. Later, some people used it in the way he didn't like. We understand that. People tried to censor. He then tried to censor the people. We don't like censorship, right? Look, here's what the court should do. The court should go ahead and grant summary judgment. However, the other one, whining, complaining, can't distill it into one paragraph. Has to have 5 paragraphs and one of them has bullet points How boring is that? And then you say he's entitled. Embarrassing. Embarrassing display of writing. Legal writing. This is important. For those of you out there considering law school, take notes. Randazza has written the better motion in the first freaking section. I haven't read the rest of his motion. I haven't read the rest of Matt Fury's motion. Randazza wins out the gate. Now, the judge may not grant it because the judge may want them to come forward and present the evidence and make their arguments. That's a different thing. But on this, on balance, Randazza wins out of the gate. Hands down. Hands down. Okay. You know what? I could go through this. Look, this is a factual summary of what's happened. I'm not gonna. We're at 2 hours. 2 hours and 10 minutes. The time warp has happened with the liquor, and we're not gonna go through. This deserves its own show, really. And its own condensed show where I edit out all the boring stuff. But no, Randazza has written the better motion, and trust me on this. Trust me on this. You can tell from the first paragraph. Here's what I want you to do. Go to any editor of literature, TV show editor, it doesn't matter. Producer, anybody who reads scripts or manuscripts for a living. Find out how long it takes them. Find out how long they have to determine the better script. Randazza's got it in one paragraph. Fury takes 5. Out. Get out. You're done. I need a better story. I've got 30 other cases I've got to read. You got to remember that this is a judge's clerk who doesn't have time to read your stupid screed. You better grab him by the testicles in the first paragraph or you're done. You lose. Get out. Guys, I'm not gonna kick someone from the chat. If you're gonna be racist in the chat, you're gonna be racist in the chat. That's just how it's gonna go. I've had racists in the chat on almost every stream. I'm not gonna. What are you gonna do? Censoring them doesn't change their mind. Doesn't matter. Okay. Let's do a couple chats and then we're going to get back to Sabat. Let's do a couple chats and then we're going to get back to Sabat. Motoko Kusanagi. Have you seen Ed Fokker 2020's tweets? I genuinely think he's mentally ill. Then again, he was already caught doing some less than favorable things. No idea who that is. No, I haven't seen their tweets. Blaine 20 says, drinking barefoot sweet red Moscato. Yum. Props to you on your $9 wine, bud. I'm not a big fan of the barefoot wine. Echo the Mel. Thank you for your donation. Triva Aficionado. Thank you for your donation. Red Ring of Death says, Nick, Pony Toast rant, go. I already did the Pony Toast rant, buddy. I can't do it again. I can't do it again. I can't do it again. ZZ Toluca says, can Kickfic use mental handicap as a defense? No. Ichicinco Negroni says, oh no, they broke. Nick Dubler says, oh wait, I read that one. Suicide victim. Oh man. F for that guy. What possible leverage does Soye have to threaten cons with? Well, here's the possible leverage Soye has to threaten cons with. Soye will have to masturbate to some other convention. I don't know if that makes any sense. Listen. Listen. Soye is acting like Monica's agent. Right? He's acting like Monica's agent. Soye is responding to DMs about Monica. Soye is doing all sorts of stuff about Monica. Soye, Ron, she hired another man. Yet again, you're watching from the corner as some other man represents your girl. You're not her agent. You're not her husband, which is embarrassing. How long you gonna stay engaged? How long you gonna stay engaged, sister? Put a ring on it. What kind of man are you? Anyway, again, you're watching from the corner. You're not her agent. She paid someone else for it. God. So, what leverage does Soye have to threaten Cons with? Well, I guess he can pretend to be Monica's agent and say she won't show up. But here's the real deal, right? Here's the real deal. Ron, did you or did you not? Did you or did you not offer to sponsor KamehaCon through your business, the Tuttle Group? Did you or did you not offer them $25,000 to sponsor them? And did you or did you not threaten to withdraw that $25,000 sponsorship if they brought Vic back? Why don't you answer that question, Ron? It would be real unfortunate, Soye, if someone knew about that, wouldn't it? Because that would not only be tortious interference of a little beta cuck, Mr. and Mrs. Ron Soye, that would be tortious interference from the Tuttle Group. That would be really stupid. That would be dumb. I mean, I don't know if this happened, right? Right, Ron? I don't know if this happened. Probably making that up too, right? Shane, right? I mean, I wouldn't have any information about that. It's very specific. I'd probably making that up. But maybe answer the question. I mean, you'll probably have to answer that question in deposition. I don't know. Maybe. I got advice for deposition, Ron. Lube up. And use the silicone stuff that doesn't wear off and doesn't wash out. All right, next. Ichicinco Negroni says, oh no, they broke Nick. Oh wait, no, I read that one. Knight of Hopex says, evil laugh, Nick is best Nick. Also, did you make Drexel read the thing? You know which thing? Not yet. Not yet. We didn't have time, buddy. We didn't have time. Talent Link says, we have a lawyer. We're meeting with him in May. Potential truth. Maybe. Maybe. Ms. Towler says, Nick.exe has stopped working. Chem is life. You are assuming they were capable of thinking. Dangerous assumption. Dangerous assumption. No one important says, when humanity is so stupid, you have to drink just to comprehend that these people exist in the same plane of existence as you. Buddy, every day. Enigma 1788 says, check DMs on Twitter. Another confirmed refund. I'll take your word for it. I'm in no capacity to operate Twitter, my friend. I'm gonna move back to here. Bad Dragonite says, planning on streaming to D Live? Saw your name on it. That's weird. I don't have a D Live channel. I heard PewDiePie has started moving over to DLive. I feel like DLive reached out to me a long time ago. If DLive will let me simulcast to YouTube and DLive and that not be a violation of their terms of service, I am more than happy to simulcast to YouTube and DLive. And then maybe do some DLive exclusives. Not opposed to it, but for now, I don't know. I haven't even thought about it before today. You're the second person to ask me. Dave Youngson says, just out of curiosity, how much would a law firm charge to review over 50 hours of footage to check if any of it is usable in court as evidence? Purely hypothetical. Well, they're going to charge their hourly rate. And if they hired a high-profile firm in Dallas, and it looks like they hired a high-profile firm, you got to imagine their paralegal rate is $150 to $200 an hour. So let's say, pulling up my calculator, 50 times 150. Oh, that wrong. Can't even use a calculator now. 50 times 1. $7,500 at $150 an hour. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of cheddar just to review some video. There's an account with the name Rekieta Law and the image of your channel logo. I tweeted it at you today. I'll have to check it out, Bad Dragonite. We'll see. Who knows? Who knows? I guess I'll have to... Man, I hate reporting things to Twitter. I hate doing that. Where's my Twitter? I guess we'll search for Rekieta Law, right? Oh man, I can't find it very easily. I'll have to go through my mentions. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's yeah. Okay, sure. Anyway, sorry. That was bad. That was bad TV. You guys can't distract me. You can't distract me at this point in the night. It doesn't work that way. I'll have to check and find that thing. I don't know. I don't know. Where are we? Where are we? How did I miss that? Oh, you must have tagged me in that. Andrew War Snowboard says, in Shane, in the membrane, in Shane got no brain. Then we've got Bagel Goose says, I spent so much to get this mask, lol. Thanks, Bagel Goose. I saw it work, so you know. Isaiah Manalo says, I see you have some proper 12. Is it any good? For taste? No. For getting drunk? Sure. Co Clover, yes, current resident. It takes 30 minutes. KO Clover says, I know them back roads. That's the trick, right? That's always the trick in major metros. Carlton Back says, meanwhile, here in Alaska, it's 50 degrees and clear. Stop rubbing it in, you jerk. Ani Masuka, who needs Netflix or TV drama when we have Nick's live stream? Come for the entertainment. Donate for the liquor advice. Sevik says, it's not Blizzard. It's not a blizzard. It's a warp storm. Chaos gods are retaliating over your crusade. Maleficos non pateris vivra. Alistor's Knight says, Nick, your lights flicking are causing mine to flicker. Now stop it. All seriousness, I'm close to Kimball, so in this storm as well. Bless you, sir. I hope you make it through. Architect of Fate says, if Soy would rather be a cuck with a particular VA than be alone, would Drex provide a POV for him? Wouldn't it be great to get a Drexel shaming a picture of the cuck video? That'd be good. Kyle Cowden says, closer to 40, 50 with traffic. Dallas here. 40 minutes to 50 with traffic. There you go. Ariel Wolf says, successfully defended my thesis this past week. Oh, congratulations. Thanks for keeping me awake for many nights. Keep up the awesome work. I will try. Sordid Sentinel. Sordid Sentinel says, give me a wrench. or I'll hate speech van of peace this chat. So help me God. Bonus, my name is Andrew, and I'm a staunch free speech advocate. I'll think about it. Mundane Matt's Boulder says, way off topic, but my dude, did you catch Candace Owen versus Congressman Liu? She effing wrecked that cuck. Super chats now bleep cuck. They bleep cuck? That's embarrassing. No, I didn't watch that. TLJ Screwjob says, when does BHBH get to go through the treasure trove of Funimation emails? Is that the one when the lawsuits go out, or also when is a subpoena? Like if subpoenaed for your private case files and got nothing on you, would I have messed up my one chance? I don't know how to answer all of that, but I'll answer this. If Funimation gets sued, then they're on the docket for Discovery, and Discovery will have their Funimation emails in regards to specific topics disclosed to them. Eric said, please cover Duncan versus Becerra in the Second Amendment stream. Never heard of it. I'll have to look it up. Sharp Dress Clan says you can probably get John Lott for Second Amendment stream. He humiliated Destiny the other day. Also, we will be covering DSP's divorce proceedings. I didn't have any plan to do that. TLJ Screwjob says, what about the KC owner's text with Monica Sabat? I don't know. I haven't seen them. But they're certainly discoverable. DL Ziggs 37 SSJ says, I ship Toei Keita Law. Super Saki VA says, hey Nick, just wanted to say, oh wait, I read that one. Archangel Nishan says, be safe, Nick, stuck in a blizzard too at work overnight, hoping it doesn't get worse here. Good luck, buddy. I'm fine. I'm at home. I'm not going anywhere. Architect of Fate says, when you have Razor Fist on, you need to get Styx Hexenhammer scheduled to drop in the stream, even if it's just to say hi for a minute. No, they can't be in the same place at the same time. I've seen Time Cop. Finn Frog says, forget spoons. Big and Little Dippers are cosmic. Ben Cheever says, if you've got tickets to Kamehacon and are disappointed when guests break their contract, then seek refund and chargeback. If they don't provide, if they let the VAs off the hook for breaking their contract, then they better eat the cost of their action. Darian the Ghoul says, what is Pepe the Frog's favorite candy? Reese's. Finn Frog says, if you didn't finish that whiskey, it would have been alcohol abuse. Eric Harrison says, why are you doxing people with Zoom, Nick? I'm not doxing people with Zoom. If you're referring to the Keemstar incident, I'm not aware of any information being released, and I'm not aware of acquiring any information that that amounts to a dox. But you know, if you want to talk about it, I guess send me more super chats. Timothy Reaper says, haven't you read Creepypastas? Gather your family supplies and guns in the vault and hunker down because there's something unnatural in that storm. Conspiratorial Walnut says, Chad Gay Frog versus Virgin Paralegal fight. Knight of Hopex says, you are the biggest cuddler. Don't lie. Also, I'm in the DFW area. Second, that route is not through heavy traffic. Most in that area is east-west, not north-south. It's 30 minutes at most with tolls, 40 plus without. I'm not sure how that'd play in court. It's not going to court. Kamehacon has clearly authorized the action. Archangel Nishan says, calm down, Nick. We don't want you having an aneurysm. Oh, that's not going to happen. Andrew War Snowboard says, Nick doesn't go SS. He is SS power level 9,000. Gengyo says, spicy rant, starting to sound like I feel about helping some of the grade A idiots that I help as part of my IT help desk job. Thank you. ST Cred 0. Thank you for the donations. Tucker says, and so the great anime civil war rages on. All hail the Grand Alliance of Nick Beard, Senpai, Hey, Flash, Umbrella, Supergirl, and everyone else. 2012 Jameson says, how many ways to draw a frog? Cyber Frog. Earjuice says, DC equal deplorable clowns. The new Joker movie is the champion for white supremacist groups. All white people need to give movie 5 stars because racism. Alucard. SRH says, can we get a t-shirt that says it's not for you, it's for the fans? That t-shirt exists. That t-shirt exists. Check out the merch link in the description. It's there. It's there. Miss Meadow Kitty says, cry ree and let loose the frogs of war. Oh, wait, we read that one. Finn Frog says, hashtag vote for Pepe 2020. Supergirl, thank you for the donation. Gun Doge 69 said, let loose the clowns of war. Eat Neat says, daily reminder that Adeptus Mechanicus is the one true religion. All hail the Omnissiah, for he provides me with hentai. Schooled says, oh wait, I read that one. Night of Hopex says, I'm not your judge, girl, and or sweet judge t-shirts, please. Alucard SRH says, they're turning the frogs gay. Mike check, thanks for the donation. Gengio says, hell, just on a psychological level, Randazza would win because most folk don't take kindly to being told what to do, but a suggestion is different. Fabled says, if you had clients that acted like the Soye squad online, what would you do? I'd slap them in the face. TLJ Screwjob says, what are the chances that her agent is Chad/Tyrone? Oh, rude. Cocky Onsai says, sometimes when you rant, I hear Gene Wilder's Willy Wonka saying, you get nothing! You lose! Good day, sir! In fact, you should do that, Mr. Nick. Automata says, Nick dropping more lube knowledge than I expected to see on his stream? Huh? Diminatri says, I know it's from a TV show, but this Captain Picard quote just seems appropriate to what's been going on. Your Honor, the courtroom is a crucible. In it, we burn away irrelevances until we are left with a pure product, the truth for all time. The One says, Nick, you might want to take a look at Nick DeOrio's 53-minute video of the NCO. Talbot Link says, nice time cop joke. Spot on usage. I golf clap. Short Round says, dang good Velcro on that patch. It is. It is. Look at that. No backside and it sticks. TLJ Screwjob says, how close is Ty to going SS Beard after SS Soye? SS Beard SS after Soye. I mean, that's up to Ty. William Barnes says, Broly looks at that Soye and then asks, Paragus, what does the scouter say about his power level? It's under 9,000ths. How is that even possible? Eric Harrison says, I was teasing you, man. I think the whole thing is pretty stupid. F Zoom, though. Oh, thank you. Okay, good. Thank you for clarifying. Because that came out a couple days ago where it's like, Rekieta Law participated in doxing. I'm like, well, I don't think so. I don't think so, but there you go. Obi-Gyn Kenobi says 58 degrees here in St. Louis. Send my condolences. F, buddy. And Splunky says, get well soon. All right, guys. I think that's the stream for tonight. I think that's the stream for... Oh, wait. Am I supposed to rant about Sabat? I think I'm supposed to do one more Sabat rant. Sabat. Booby. Buddy. Girlfriend. Whatever your preferred pronoun. Listen very carefully. You are on the thinnest of ice, Sabat. And you know why. You know why you're supporting these Kick Vic people, Sabat. You know why. And you're not the only one who knows, Chris Sabat. You're not the only one who's looked inside your skeleton closet. And it's coming out. Unless, how do you avoid it, Sabat? How do you avoid what's coming? And you know what's coming, don't you? There's one way out. If I were you, and I'm not your attorney, if I were you, I would be on the phone with the beard tomorrow. Because, Sabat, we know what's in your closet. And so do you. So do you. There's one way out, you idiot. You're doing it all wrong. Doing it all wrong. But trust me, there's one way to stop this info from coming out. The only... Because I tell you, the second I can verify it, you're done, girlfriend. You are done. And there is little on earth that can stop me from doing it. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. Mundane Matt's Boulder says, lick my rock. You'll enjoy it. Emails are going to come out, Sabat. And a whole lot more are going to come out, Sabat. All right. This has been Lawsplaining the Interwebs with Rekieta Law. Nick Rekieta of Rekieta Law, a small law firm in central Minnesota. I bid you all a lovely farewell and a good night. I will probably be on Twitch in a couple minutes. I just need a little bit of a snack and a little bit of time to make the hormones kick in and do the transaction. Do the transition. So I will see you all soon. Remember, when you're out there in the Twitter world, be respectful, be light. You don't have to fight the fight. You don't have to stand up you don't have to stand up against people. You can just be positive. Some of us have the burden of calling out the soy boys and the cucks and whatever else makes Pull angry. We love and appreciate your help. You don't have to do it. Be light, be good, be wonderful. Support the people who support Vic. Support the people that you agree with. And don't let anybody tell you what you need to do or have to do. Do what's in your purview. Finally, Ichicinco Negroni says, uh-oh, Sabat getting Me Too'd confirmed? It's not confirmed. Not confirmed at all. I will not be baited into confirming that super chat, but just know that what is in the closet will be drug out into the living room for everyone to see, and there will be the good company there. So, all right, guys, have a good night. Peace. I will hopefully see you tomorrow. Oh, Night of Hopex, come on, says, I'd really like to have you discuss how copyright works when it comes to fan art and derivative works not meant for profit. I have some fan stuff I'd like to make public someday, but I don't want to get sued. I will have to do that on a stream with Stephen Birch, my copyright and IP expert. I'll bring him on. Talbot Link says, extra cash because this is one of your more entertaining shows. Well, thank you for that. I'm glad it was. I wasn't sure what to talk about today, but thank you very much. All right, guys, have a good night. Peace.